The infamous gumball machine. Now, when I was a kid, these things were in every supermarket. You walk out of some place, out of a store, and you're going to see these gumball machines. So I'm going to relate this gumball machine to sales, specifically prospecting. Salespeople tend to put too much pressure on themselves if they're making outbound calls. However many that is per week, per day, whatever it is, a lot of pressure. Oh my gosh, I need to get this person to move forward. But you know what? We're sorting, not selling. So for example, when you turn the knob here, you may not get your favorite gumball. You can whine and complain about it, or you can move on, or you can put another quarter in there, whatever the case is. But you're not guaranteed. If my favorite gumball is red, I turn that knob, I have no idea what's coming out until I see it come out the bottom. So for me, if I get a red gumball, that means in sales, that's a qualified ideal client profile. Okay. If it's a blue gumball, maybe that's not a fit. Maybe we discover there's not a fit to move forward. That's okay. Maybe yellow gumball means it needs more nurturing along the way. Maybe it's 5-6 months. Maybe they go into a sequence, whatever it is. But we're sorting, not selling. We need to take the pressure off of that and realize we're doing those behaviors. Consistent behaviors is key. Now, again, red for me means ideal client profile. Blue means not qualified. Yellow could mean nurture a little more along the way, if you will. Sorting, not selling. One other thing you think about when it comes to outbound prospecting is we either want to determine early on if it's a fit or not, if that prospect's a fit or not to move forward. And if it's not a fit, what can we learn along the way? So one technique to really think about is, say you're making outbound calls and you talk to somebody, it's just not a good fit. Say it's a blue gumball, right? You're sorting. When you're done with the conversation with that prospect or potential prospect, maybe after a couple of minutes, you say, you know what? Can I ask you a quick question before we end this call? It's favorite. They'll say, sure. Now that you know what I do, is there anything that I could have done differently in the last several minutes that may have led to a different outcome? And then you be quiet. And what you hear, it could be really great information. They might start to educate you a little bit on their industry or how they work with particular vendors like yourself. It really, across the board, it doesn't matter, but you're having a conversation and you might learn something along the way that could help you understand more about that particular industry, about them, etc. So simply saying, can I ask you a quick question? Now that you know what I do, is there anything I could have done differently in the beginning part of this call or throughout the call that might have changed the outcome? So again, sorting, not selling is the gumball theory. Good selling, everybody. Chat soon.